Experiment Log EFS19 number 003. Date of recording 6th of October 2000. Participants: Senior Researcher Dr.D.Ferdinand, Researcher Dr. A. B807235. Every participant is required to have with them a personal object and two separate kinds of food, liquid and solid. Thanks to previous tests, it was observed that a personal object has to hold some kind of significance to their owner. Thus, the 807235 was allowed to request a specific item that held significance to her. Foundation undercover agents subsequently recovered such item from her home. Similar restrictions have not been observed regarding the choice of food and drink necessary to carry out the experiment. As such, a greater degree of freedom was granted when it came to these decisions. Personal item chosen: Senior Researcher Dr.D.Ferdinand, a ring. Researcher Dr. A personal terminal access key. D807235, an earring. Food chosen: Senior Researcher Dr.D.Ferdinand, a chocolate snack of brand 200 ml of ginger ale. Researcher Dr. A, half turkey sandwich, 200 ml of sparkling water. D807235, 25 grams of chips, 200 ml of cola. Begin log. Experiment Log EFS19 number 003. Begin. Doctor. Subject D807235. Good. Now that we're all present, I think we can start. I will now proceed with the explanation of the rules, and then follow up by choosing the characters that will represent us during the game.
Doctor, there is no need. I've already looked into the rules myself. You could instead do a quick summary for the miss here present.
Very well, Doctor. Well, you see, this is an anomalous board game, set within a site similar to ours, during a containment breach. The objective of the players is to get to the exit while the recontaining of the SCP subjects they come in contact with during their escape. Be sure to remember that no anomaly listed on these game cards is real. Every card examined up until now doesn't match with any in the Foundation's custody.
Like I give a damn.
We already provided you with the personal item you pointed out for us. We also already provided the food and drink you asked for in the document we gave you previously. I'll explain the other rules of the game in greater detail when we have to apply them during the game. Is everything clear, Subject D80s?
Yeah, I got it. Let's go on ahead.
Great. I say we move on and choose our characters then. I know my colleague already chose his, while I leave everything up to fate.
Yes, I chose the D-Class. I'd like to experience these cruel and violent ways that don't suit me at all.
Oh, the shaman from the serpent's hand. Unusual, but it will do. There you go. Don't think about it too much. Choose whatever strikes you most.
I'll choose this.
The Chaos Insurgency member. From what I've read, I've understood that they're the only character who has a different objective compared to all the others. They'll just have to get in the way of their unfortunate comrades. It'll be interesting.
No, the Chaos Insurgency member will only bring chaos. We must choose something else. We must cooperate, not get in each other's way. Take this.
But that's not what I chose.
Take it. Let's start. I'll roll the dice first. SCP-871, self-replacing cake. Several cakes and pies are laying on the table in a room, duplicating every day when not eaten. And everyone whose task was to eat them vanished. Only the unfinished pieces of cake are left. The team member on your right takes a bite of the food and chews it. They then pass it to you. Eat it. No! I'll use my Tomil card I got earlier. SCP-343 that allows me to choose another card from the Tomil deck. Haha, the omnivorous rabbit. I can use it to complete any task related to any SCP classified as an inanimate object, just like 871.
Good job, Doctor. You got away with it this time as well.
Don't know about you, Dr. Ferdinand, but I can't take this anymore. I feel like I'm entertaining such an unprofessional behavior. Don't you agree?
I think that in order to retain some mental stability on this career path we've chosen, you got to know when it's time to take off your lab coat. Human beings are creatures with weak minds, Doctor. If you put it under too much stress for too long, you risk breaking it.
Kether again. SCP-1678. You take an elevator deep into the bowels of the earth. When the doors open, you step into an underground city, but no sooner you started to explore than you're being chased by a British policeman with bandages wrapped around his head. You better do something to blend in. Wrap cloth around your head until you're unable to see, then complete a given number of laps of the room. You have 30 seconds for each lap. Why do I have to ridicule myself like this? Alright, I'll take the lab coat off, Doc. I get it.
Okay, I got to the end. Now, what do I do? Are we done here?
Not yet, miss. We've got the last big task to complete. Take one of those big cars over there.
Those with 001 written on them?
Precisely.
SCP-001. The Factory. The Foundation was once saved from ruin by the Factory, but it came at a price. The Foundation is now contracted to supply human subjects for the Factory's occult practices. And today is the day of reckoning. Factory employees are gathering up survivors and reading them for shipment. It is crucial that the team stays clear of danger. You must not become cargo. It then says that we must draw 5 Kether cards and complete all their tasks, sharing them between us.
Victory! Well done, miss. Doctor?
Can I get back to my cell now?
Of course, miss. Just remember that all the SCP objects you bear witness today are just made up by whoever made this board game.
Yeah, I got it.
Good, you may go now. Guards, escort her to her cell and be gentle with her. She did a great job today.
What say you, Doc? Do you really trust her?
Not at all. Hello? Personnel management. Yes. I am Senior Researcher Dr.D.Ferdinand, clearance level 4. Mark subject D807235 for termination. This afternoon, if possible. Thank you.
The video you just watched is based on Escape from Site-19, an adventure and horror-themed extreme board game that offers both mental and physical group tasks. I recommend you watch my previous video on the unboxing of said game, in which I show the incredible quality, quantity of material and passion behind this product. There are also some news on the matter as well. A very limited edition bundle of 6 new group of interest inspired wax candles, as there are only 100 units available. In the bundle you can get candles with the logo of the Chaos Insurgency, the Global Occult Coalition, Prometheus Labs, the Fifth Church, the Church of the Broken God, and Dr. Wondertainment. Regarding the board game itself, at the moment there are 1000 units ready, and you could use the discount code Dr.Ferd20, DRFERD20, to receive a 20% discount on your orders, effectively getting rid of your shipping costs. That said, I thank you for having followed the video up until now. I ask of you to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you like the video, and if you'd like the board game, I once again recommend you my previous video on the matter. I, as an SCP fan, personally think it's a great buy, both as a board game and as a collectible from the SCP universe. I thank you once again, and the only thing left for me is to say goodbye.